Hey there, guys, and welcome to episode 21 of the Smashing Crossbar Podcast. Doing it solo tonight, so I figured I would do a live one. Hope everyone's doing well, and we'll get pretty well straight into it. No Ben tonight. He's obviously unavailable. And, so the boys have put in the tips for me for this week, and I'll read them out and dissect the game from my point of view from last week and talk a little bit about, obviously, the week ahead in Perth Glory. So last week, obviously, come away with the goods. Good result, well-deserved result. I don't believe Brisbane were pretty much in it at all. And, look, the two boys got on the score sheet for the first time, obviously Jair and Shepherd. Good to see. Shepherd's goal, absolute class. Got in the right position and done what was required. And obviously Jair, when you get balls handed to you like that, it's very, very. How would you say? They need to be buried, and it was good to see he finally buried one and obviously got off the mark. And hopefully it's the first of many just come. So. There's a little live box down here as well. So if any of you guys are watching, any comments in regards to the game gone or obviously the one ahead or obviously the tips, when I do the tips for the EPL, feel free. I'll get to you guys as well. Look, there wasn't much negativity against Brisbane personally. Jackson obviously went out. Obviously, he has copped a fair bit of flack in the past from obviously the fans and so forth in his lack of creativity and obviously movement in that position. So it was good to see Voitza come in and dominate that position. I find it will be very hard for Jackson to get back in to his spot. I think Voitza is going to have to do something pretty dramatic to see him lose that spot. But only time will tell, I suppose. Other than that, there wasn't too much difference. Vargas was obviously in doubt there at one point, but obviously he pulled up pretty good. So obviously they played with him. They went with him and played him. Hoffy was out, ruled out the morning of, come back with back spasms. We should see him back at least on the bench for this game coming. As well as obviously the likes of obviously Jackson, he'll be back this week. No doubt on the bench. I've heard he's pretty well right to go. And, but as I said, as a whole, the unit, the boys played unbelievable. Mossy was outstanding, and as far as I'm concerned, my man of the match, 3 points. It's hard to choose the 2 points out of the 3-2-1, to be fair. There was plenty of blokes that could have got it. Topper, Ugarkovic played all right. Ken dominated as well. For me, Voitza picked up my 2 points. He was instrumental, looked good pretty much for the whole 90 minutes and done everything correctly. And obviously the 1 point I'm giving to Shepherd. Good to see him get off the mark. As good as it was to see Jair get off the mark, Shepherd, I feel he gave more to the game than what Jair did. Jair mainly floated around that front section and picked what he could. Shepherd moved around his body. You can definitely see his body, his dominance, his upper body is just unbelievable. And that's definitely credit to the NPL down in Victoria. It's just, it is a dominant league. And after watching plenty of games there, Ben and I, you have to be dominant to survive down there. Otherwise you will get eaten alive and push off that ball pretty quick. So, Good result for the boys. I don't think there'll be too many changes coming into the week ahead. Good headache for Merrick to have. Obviously, as I said, Hoffield should be back. Jackson should be back. So they should be on the bench, which just creates more tension of who's going to miss out. Obviously, on the bench, there's only usually 4 outfield players on the bench. He will most likely start the same 11. I would not be surprised if he did. So, time will tell. He's pretty much named an unchanged lineup. There's no outs. So everyone from last week was fit. So Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, Perth is our bogey side. There's no question about it. We hate playing them. Doesn't matter whether we play them at home or we play them here. We struggle. Honestly, I can't even think of the last time we actually won against Perth at home. I know we beat them last year over there. But, yeah, I'm going to go 2013, I think, was the last time I can remember. Again, don't quote me on it. If someone's listening, look it up, find out. And last time we beat Perth at home. Griffo probably scored. So, yeah, look, it's going to be an interesting result. Interesting fixture. Result. Yeah, look, I'd love to say we're going to pick up 3 points, but it's going to be a tough match. Unchanged lineup for us, which is good. I don't think they're going to make too many changes themselves, which is disappointing. Obviously those guys played well last week to get what they did out of the game. So I'm going to go a 1-0 loss. 1-0 loss to us, which is a shame, but I just think Perth are dominant in the moment. Maybe when the reverse fixture comes back around and O'Donovan's back firing and obviously got a few more games under his belt, might be a different story. But, I'd say on Sunday afternoon we'll get beat. If we don't, happy days. I'll take it. Move us further up and closer up into that 6, which is where we want to be at the end. What other news have we got? Obviously on the Jets, obviously we have got the fixtures pretty much set for the ACL. Play the winner out of, I think it's Home United or something like that. And, the other side, I think they're in South Korea. Don't quote me. As I said, I'm doing this pretty much rough live, as I missed last week, unfortunately. Been pretty flat out, and this is a demanding job with sick child, as I just had today off and everything else. So, yeah, we are definitely playing at home first, which is a bonus. So we play at home first. We then have to play in Japan, I think. Again, obviously, if you go to the Jets Twitter and so forth, it's all there. Facebook, everyone, Newcastle, Jets. Matty Vandenberg, he's always all over that sort of shit. So, any dramas, hit him up. He knows what's going on. Look, it's going to be – I'm hanging for it. I can't wait. January's ages away. It's only a couple of weeks away. But, it seems like an age away. But obviously it'd be good to actually play Asian competitors, other than the A League. Obviously, the news today came out as well about the 2 new clubs. I'm not going to get into it this week because I guarantee you Ben's definitely got something to say on that one. I might even get Chris from SportsCastle on that one as well. Those 2 guys, I'm sure, have got plenty to talk about. That, 2 new clubs coming in, obviously Western Sydney and obviously Western Melbourne. One coming in next year, the next coming in the following year. So looks like there's going to be a bye round next week, which is pretty shit considering we have gap weeks every now and then anyway. But we'll talk about that obviously next week, maybe the week after. Obviously Benny's somewhere a little bit close for him, more games for him to go watch. I suppose the only good thing is obviously it means more games down in Melbourne for me, so I can go down and watch more games and get on the piss for the boys. But other than that, it's pretty dodge. So, look, guys, as I said, it's going to be an interesting game this week. Obviously, I'll be in the box this week, which is pretty good. So, obviously, corporate box donation. We donated to MS Australia this year, and in doing so, we raised a fair bit of money. And thanks to Laurie McKenna and the Newcastle Jets, they donated a corporate box for us to donate. And obviously, me and obviously a few others, my mum and family and so forth, put in for that and ended up winning it. So, went to a good cause. So we'll be watching from the box, which will be completely different. But, for now, I think we'll quickly wrap over to the Premier League. As I said, it's going to be a pretty quick episode, this one. So, We'll start off, obviously, Man City and Everton. Obviously, all the boys going City in that one. No real contest who went who in that one. It was good to see, actually, Chris not going City for once. It was really good. As he usually likes to go, the Evertonians in topic. Moving on, Crystal Palace, Leicester. Chris has gone Palace. Ben's gone the draw. And Lockie's gone Palace. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, that one. Palace, Crystal Palace and Leicester. Two sides, what's they? Good sides. Two sides struggling, very much so. So I'm going to go Leicester. I'm going to go Leicester on that one. Wolves, Bournemouth. Who we got here? Chris has gone Wolves. Ben's gone Bournemouth. And Lockie's gone Bournemouth. Ooh, tough one. Very, very tough one. I'm going to go Bournemouth as well. I think they'll get up. They're not playing too bad football at the moment. Huddersfield, Newcastle. Newcastle. What do we got? Chris has gone a draw. Ben's gone the Toon. And Lockie's gone the draw. I'm going the Toon with Ben on this one. Allowed to be stoked. Huddersfield are dead. They're gone. They're out. Moyes now been confirmed he's gone for 3 months, which will see him obviously miss the Asian Champions League in January thereabouts. So, yeah, for the Aussie, which is bad news. But because of that and obviously a few other situations and obviously their position where they are, Newcastle's going to get up over them there. Tottenham, Burnley. All the boys have gone Spurs. I'm going Spurs. After their great effort against Barcelona, you can't see them getting beat by Burnley in this one. They played pretty well yesterday. So, yeah, all going Spurs with that one. Watford, Cardiff City. We have, what do we got here? Watford. All the boys going Watford. Can't see Cardiff getting over them, so I'm going Watford as well. And see what happens there. Fulham, West Ham. I think all the boys have gone West Ham on this one, yeah. All the boys have gone West Ham. I'm going the Hammers. As I said from day one, they're going to be a surprise packet. They lost a few games early, but they're starting to look good. So definitely going West Ham with that one. Southampton, Arsenal. All the boys going Arsenal. No questions asked there. Last 3 games are pretty easy. Chelsea right as well. All the boys going Chelsea with that one. And the big one on Monday morning, 3 a.m. Man, I hate getting up at 3 a.m. But Liverpool United. All the boys gone Liverpool. Good to see. Really not one Liverpool fan between any of them, and all the boys have gone Liverpool. I suppose Chris is a City fan, so he's not going to back. He's not going to back against United. So, yeah, all the boys there, obviously back in Liverpool, which is good to see. So that's pretty much the tips for this week. I was going to do obviously how we're travelling and so forth with the tips, but I'm going to leave that one till next week when I've got Ben here to go through it, and I think he'll get a kick out of that, of how things are going. Another one, obviously, we'll talk about the women as well quickly. Obviously, disappointing result last week. I watched the second half of it. Pretty sloppy, honestly, from both sides. Yes, City didn't look too flash. We definitely didn't look too flash, which was a bit disappointing. But what do you do? That's football, and shit happens. So, yeah. So, anyway, guys, I think I am going to wrap it. It's pretty well self-explanatory. As I said, I thought I'd just quickly jump on, do a bit of a live feed, and obviously, as I said, again, missed last week, unfortunately, which did a bit disappointing, but not much I can really do about it. So, yeah, we're pretty much at the benchmark for members too, I think. So, pretty much, if we haven't ticked over the 11,200, I think or 11,400, I think the record is. So we'll be bloody close after last week's performance. So good on us, obviously, for getting out in the numbers, even though it was a disappointing crowd. Absolutely woeful. 9,000, I think we had last week, which is absolutely shocking, especially for a win. So, hopefully boys and girls can get out this week and obviously support the boys and the girls and obviously the youth as well to any of the fixtures that have played this week. Once again, special thanks to obviously SportsCastle, Chris from SportsCastle, Ben obviously from the corner flag game. Sorry, mate. And obviously the Newcastle Jets for obviously all the info, and Laurie for everything they do for the club, and obviously helping blokes like me out to give you guys as much info as we can week in, week out. Look, guys, until then, go and check out obviously my other content, obviously Ben, as well as the Len Network, which I'm also a part of, another weekly podcast. And till next week, we'll catch you guys later. We hate Coast Scum. See you guys.